Okay, y'all, so The Last of Us concluded this week, and I have a lot to say about it. Y'all ready? Let's go. I was expecting a 2-hour finale, but it was only about an hour, which surprised me. I noticed right away that the house in the beginning of the episode looked very much like Ellie and Dina's house from Game 2, so it's very interesting that Ellie was born there. Another interesting aspect of Ellie's birth is that her mother is played by Ashley Johnson, who voices Ellie in the game. So Ellie births Ellie, which is a really cool concept and also very true on a figurative level. I want to mention one detail about this scene. I wonder if the bite that Anna receives moments before Ellie's birth is supposed to serve as an explanation for Ellie's immunity. If so, I don't think it's a good one. There wouldn't have been enough time for anything to have gotten into Ellie's system before Anna cuts the umbilical cord. But Anna doesn't want Marlene to think that Ellie's infected. So it's very important to Anna that Marlene know that the umbilical cord was cut before Anna was bit, which is a lie. I don't remember this explanation being offered in either of the games, and I'm not sure if it's really being offered here, but it's something worth thinking about. And it's a really good thing that Marlene arrived when she did, because Anna would have had Ellie for lunch. The beginning of the episode is a deviation from the game. In the game, we never meet Ellie's parents. And I got my giraffe scene, and they had a baby giraffe too. There is also a really good scene where Ellie expresses how invested she is in finishing their journey, despite Joel offering her a way out. She wants to save people like Riley, Tess, and Sam. It is her purpose. She has something to fight for. The mood has definitely shifted as we get closer to their destination. Things have become a lot quieter and much more solemn. Joel talks about his failure to save Sarah and thinking about ending things, but failing at that too. This scene does a really good job of setting up Joel's motivations for actions he'll take later to make sure that doesn't happen again. Joel discovers, as he does in the game, that Ellie must die for doctors to extract a possible cure from her brain. And Joel goes on a rampage to save Ellie. There were a lot of people in there, which was some real video game stuff, but it kind of lacked realism. With all the gunfire to alert others and so many armed guards around, it was a wonder that Joel wasn't taken down. But it was still a really cool scene. We see Joel kill one doctor, and we'll see more on that perhaps in season 2. And the other doctors were damn lucky he didn't massacre them too. I loved the scene where Joel faces Marlene. I was crying so hard. Joel is holding Ellie the same way he held Sarah before she died. And if y'all remember, he's holding her that same way in the game too. So you know it's echoing all that trauma for Joel. And he can't let the same thing happen. Once they're both safe and away from the hospital, Joel starts talking to Ellie about Sarah. The mood felt very awkward when Joel was comparing and contrasting Ellie and Sarah. It reminded me that Joel was definitely thinking about Sarah when he saved Ellie. Not that he doesn't love Ellie, but he still imagines a world where Sarah is alive and she and Ellie are friends.
Anyway, I bet you would have liked her back.
Ellie also reveals that the first time she killed someone, it was Riley after she turned. Ellie wonders what she should do now. Her purpose was unfulfilled. Joel says, "You find something to fight for," which is heartbreaking because Ellie already had something to fight for. And Joel takes that away from her. And in doing so, murders another person Ellie cares for, Marlene. Overall, the emotional moments and character building was excellent, but I did notice the lack of infected. We only get one in the beginning. We should have seen more. This is the reason Ellie is on the operating table in the first place. And it did feel rushed compared to the game. And thinking back on the game, the show writers left out the tunnel scene, which housed a ton of infected. There were probably budgeting reasons for this, but even 1 or 2 clickers would have sufficed. But a lot of what they did take from the game was word for word. And it shows that the writers were passionate about the game's story. This has been, by far, the best video game adaptation I've ever seen. What did y'all think of the finale and the season as a whole? Do y'all think season 2 will be a reenactment of the second game? Or do you think the writers will fill in the 3 or 4 years of missing story potential between the 2 games? Thank y'all so much for watching, and don't be afraid to subscribe. Bye, y'all.